Good evening, and welcome to the Ranking the Retros Roundtable once again, episode 12. Can't believe we've done a dozen of these so far. We are looking at NES games, just NES games. We're done with the black box as of about, was it 2 episodes ago or so? We're looking at everything else. This episode, we're focusing on Conan, Orb 3D, and Mega Man 3. With us today, we have 3 good pals of mine. We have Dan, Sammy, and Jerry. Gentlemen, how do?
No, Wayne, how do you do?
Ooh, I do well.
I'm glad.
I want to wish everyone a happy National Pina Colada Day.
Oh. Did not know that was a thing.
Oh, it's a thing. It's also National Kitten Day.
Aw. I mean, I have a cat sleeping next to me.
I'm allergic to cats, but I'm happy for those that have cats.
And Jerry, how are you? Since you're over there quiet again.
Quite dewy, thank you.
No, good. Very dewy. I love the Brack reference.
You're welcome. It's now time for the Power Up Pop Quiz.
So as we do, we start off the episode with trivia. What I try to do is ask 5 questions that are based on themes around the games that we are looking at today. Just as a quick recap, Dan, you have 10 points, but you've missed a few episodes. Mm-hmm. Jerry is in the lead with 14, and Sammy has 11. As always, the winner of this trivia segment will get to choose what games we play for the next episode. Number 1. In Mega Man 3, the red A6 password gives you how many E-Tanks? Note, Mega Man 3 was the last Mega Man game that actually let you save your E-Tanks with the password. After that, you start with 0 every time.
8?
8? Okay.
I think that's what it is.
I'm going to say
4.
Sammy said 4.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3.
3?
Yeah, I feel like I just fucking overshot.
You did not, Dan.
Of course not.
It's actually 9. You actually get maximum E-Tanks.
I got some catching up to do.
In Orb 3D, how many stations are there on the refueling level? See who is paying attention.
I'm going to say 6.
Oh.
How many?
Okay.
Are there 6 or 8? It's definitely an even number. Well, I'll say 8, just so that I'm different than Jerry.
Okay. You are able to say the same answer if you'd like, but it's up to you.
I know, but you know me. I march to the beat of my own orb.
I'm going to go 10.
10? Okay. Ooh. We're going to go Price is Right rules in this one.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Because the answer is 7.
Okay.
And
highest without going over?
Well, 7's not an even number.
You're right, because it wasn't even.
How odd.
I really thought that was an even number also.
That was terrible. Number 3. In the 1982 Conan movie, Arnold's broadswords cost how much to make? How much did each of his broadswords cost to make?
Like, are we talking like in the movie or like
real life when they were
real
designing,
life? Okay.
Yeah. So when they were essentially creating the broadswords for the movie, how much did they cost?
Well, Hollywood, everything is like uberly expensive. So I gotta feel like we're talking about a few $1,000s.
You guys will let Dan answer first to go around.
We're talking like per sword or like as a whole with how many swords?
Per sword. Let's say they gave him 1 broadsword. How much did that cost?
I was thinking like as a whole, I was gonna say like maybe 10 grand, because back then, how much could they really cost?
It's true. Broadswords were so much cheaper when we were younger.
I'm going with that. I mean,
those were the days. What? Sorry.
Oh my god.
Let him say otherwise. He can actually sing. He was always a designated singer on Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
So we like to hear.
I'm gonna go with 15.
Hey,
what? Finish your thought.
You were able to hit the Freddie Mercury high notes, so I don't want to hear it.
Stop. I'm gonna go with 15,000 per sword.
15, okay.
Mr. Barker.
All right, I'll say $4,618.59.
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
The price
All
is
right.
$1.
Dan, you are correct. And it was $10,000 per sword.
Per sword?
Per sword. And
Wow.
originally you said 10,000 for all of them. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was thinking with it. I was like 10,000 per sword. What are these things made out of?
I don't know. I think a lot of it was because they also had to make them look weathered.
Oh,
And
okay.
that, so they had to kind of special order them or something. I don't know. Number 4. What is the name of Mega Man's robot sister?
Penelope. I don't freaking know.
I know this one actually.
Okay.
Of course you do.
And there's a reason for it. So
I'm gonna say that I'm positive that it's roll. Roll
Okay.
ROL, something like that.
Sammy?
Roll? Like a dinner roll?
Yeah, like a dinner roll.
All right, well, then I'll say tuck.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't even argue with that. That's fair.
Can I change my answer to and?
Yes, you can. The answer is roll.
Yep.
Because in Japan, Mega Man's name was Rock. So rock and roll. Little bit of a pun there. Number 5. In Orb 3D, how many hits does the final boss take before defeat?
Oh God.
Like I know that.
I did not get
I
that
didn't even
far,
get that
so-
far.
I
didn't get that far.
I had to look at a FAQ.
You know,
I
I'm
stopped at a very precise level, but I'll
I'm
explain that.
I'm gonna go with 6.
Okay.
10. Think with my
10,
number
all
10.
right. Okay.
8 then.
All right.
Nice. I like this.
Jerry, you are the closest.
Yay.
It's actually only 2. Apparently, you just have to hit the enemy in its eyes.
Oh,
He's done for.
interesting.
So, Dan, you got 3 of the questions right. Jerry, you got 2, and Sammy, I'm sorry you didn't get any,
No, you don't have to be sorry.
but you were close. So, you know. So yeah, Dan, you will once again be picking the games for the next episode at the end of this episode. So,
Woo!
Congratulations. Without further ado, let's move on to the first game of the night, Conan, Mysteries of Time, released in February of 1991, according to Wikipedia, published by Mindscape and developed by System 3 Software or East Ridge Technology. I couldn't figure out exactly which one it was because some of the details in this game were a little cryptic. Did anybody actually like this game? I'm just going to start off with that.
No, this thing was a pile of ass. There.
Wow. That's
Wait,
kind of
well,
harsh. don't
so,
you think?
okay, well, what the hell's the point of pressing down to jump?
That
It's
Can
a
somebody
mechanic?
what mechanic? Yeah, what kind of mechanic would you call that? Because that's
An interesting one.
I think
a pretty crappy
reverse mechanic, I think.
one. I mean, even when you get used to it, it's still really weird. I can.
No, I'm
only-
with you. This game was ass.
Thank you.
I was trying to let this stick go on for a little bit, but I was like, I can't. This game is.
So, I think part of the control problem was that this was originally a Commodore 64 game that got
Mhm.
ported. Which
Mm.
once I learned that, I could tell just by looking at the graphics, because the graphics do look pretty Commodore-ish with like the
Right.
blocky textures and all that. But yeah, the control scheme in this game is one of the worst for a platformer I've ever experienced in my life. Jerry, you've mentioned hitting down to jump, which is just mind-boggling. But not just that, but picking up items is a chore. Because you have to hold down A and then hit down, which just feels so counterintuitive. It's like, why? Like, I could just hit down in order to pick up an item. Like, what? Like, and you don't really even need 2 strikes in this game because you have a high strike and a low strike. But do you really need them? I don't think so. I think this game would have been better off if they would have actually done a really good port of the game, done their jobs, hit A to jump, B to strike, down to pick up items. Bam. Problem solved. Control scheme, figure it out. I should be a game developer.
That took you 5 seconds to like figure it out and make it make sense.
I mean, granted, yes, this is what, 30 plus years down the road. So we've had some time to figure this stuff out, but this game was released in 1991. We going back to it again. Mario 3 has been released at this point. Need I say more? Like,
I mean, you could.
I could, but I mean, this game is just, yeah.
It's just bad.
Everything.
Just say it. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could get over the puzzle-like stages. It's cryptic as hell. The only reason why I knew how to get past the first level was from watching the Angry Video Game Nerd when he reviewed this, because he kind of goes over it in one of his rants. But other than that, I don't know if I ever would have figured it out. But Sammy, what were your thoughts?
I had to watch a video to understand exactly how to operate everything. I just watched like a playthrough video and then it made sense. Yeah, very, very unintuitive. I will say that interesting that you recognize it as a Commodore game. I do now in hindsight realize that it's very similar to some other ones, but I thought that the background graphics were at least a little bit more interesting than some of the other games that we've played. But yeah, really, really uncomfortable to play, I thought.
And the funny thing is that this wasn't even a Conan game on PC or Commodore. It was actually a game called Myth: History in the Making, and apparently they just ported it directly over. So I can definitely understand where the control scheme comes from, because a lot of the earlier PC games, they only have one button on the joystick. But when you're porting it over, if you're going to do a good job at it, then, make use of the controller. You have an extra button to work with, plus select, plus start. So there's no reason for this. Like, there's a couple parts, like I got to level 3. That's as far as I can get, no matter how many times I played it. And I put probably a little over an hour into the game. There's a part in the game in level 3 where you're jumping from platforms, but the platforms are kind of small. You have to be pretty much pixel perfect with your jumps. And those little flying gargoyle things are spawning in too. And if one spawns in at the wrong time and it hits you in midair, you stop where you're jumping at. You lose all momentum and just fall straight to the ground, which typically ended up in a death. So that's why I couldn't get any further into the game. Again, I put probably a little over an hour into it, just really trying. It's just not good. If I do have one good thing to say, it's a fairly smooth playing game. Like the movement and all that, it's actually not bad. So I'll give it that. But that's all I'm giving it.
That's fair.
The worst thing too is there's no continues. Like, you die, you get kicked right back to the menu. That's it. One of the other things I wrote down too is it's just a very boring looking game. Like, this is the point where we should start seeing like actual colored backgrounds and stuff instead of just a flat colored background screen. Again, I could get over the levels being puzzles. Granted, there should have been some sort of hint. Like, how else were you supposed to know to cut down the skeleton with the knife and then throw the fireballs at the demon to get a trident and then throw the trident at the griffin kind of thing? Like, how the hell are you supposed to know that? There's no hints whatsoever. Plus, hit detection's spotty too. They could have just did so much more with this game. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Mindscape, the publishers of the game, they're not known for their quality on the NES. And this is just another detrimental mark to that. Any other comments on Conan, or shall we rank it?
Rank it.
All right. Where do you gentlemen think we should put it?
In
And
the
no,
trash
I'm not
can. Oh,
going to say above Mario. All right, we're going to put that right out there. I'm not saying this game should go above Mario.
Thank goodness.
That would be a plot twist.
I really did not like this game. I'm just throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't think any of us did.
I would not be opposed to putting it in last place.
Jerry, Sammy, your thoughts?
I would still play this above Dungeons and Dragons.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Like,
That's
If
That's also where I was thinking.
If it was me, I would put it below Donkey Kong Jr. and above Dungeons and Dragons, only because when I'm looking at, the bottom 3 games, like volleyball, as we said, is broken, and Clue Clue Land is Clue Clue Land, and DKJ Math is that's an abomination that should have never been made. But personally, that's where I would put it, right below DKJ.
Believe it or not, that's exactly where I'd put it too. I can't
Oh, I
believe we're all
believe
in agreement other than Dan. Dan, you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
So yeah, Conan is now ranked at number 32 between Donkey Kong Jr. and Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Heroes of the Lance. I'm actually kind of surprised we all kind of agreed on that it belongs really low. So I think this might have been the first where me and Jerry are actually kind of in agreement on where it should be. Let's move on from this trash heap and move on to a much different game. And I thought this one was kind of interesting, Orb 3D. This one was released in October of 1990, developed by the software Toolworks and published by High Tech Expressions. And also, this game came with 3D glasses, just like Rad Racer. This one was also originally a DOS and C64 game called Beyond the Black Hole, which I thought was so much better of a title. They should have kept that title personally. Who wants to start with Orb 3D?
You can buy it on Amazon for $4.75 right now.
That's what you open with?
I thought it was noteworthy.
I mean,
the gameplay wasn't bad.
I actually liked the game quite a bit.
What did you like about it? I'm doing too much talking in these episodes. I want you guys to talk. I want you guys to, get rolling.
Well,
voice your opinions.
Personally, for me, like I felt like it was a challenging game, because for me, I had to spend some time getting the timing down. Like it didn't come super easy. There was a slight delay. I don't know if anybody else got that. Like by
a little bit.
By 2 seconds or something. So you had to redirect your orb. Even when don't even get me started on refueling though. That's really where I got the sense of there being a delay and a need to be a little faster. I don't know if that added anything to what you were looking for, but that's
it
why
did
I liked it.
because number one, you did mention the delay, which I wrote down. I noticed it too. You had to press maybe a second or so before you actually want to hit the item that you're aiming for. So let me just go over the basics of the gameplay real quick. You're controlling an orb, which is supposed to be a spaceship for some reason, that's getting bounced between two, I guess, shields in space, and the universe being threatened by some wizard, and you have to go solve all of his puzzles in order to get to the wizard and defeat him. All while doing this, you're on a time limit, which is called your fuel level. And if it starts getting low, you can hit, I think it's B, to go to a refueling station, which, as Jerry says, a nightmare to actually refuel because the pods you have to dive into are the exact size of the orb. So there were times I went to the refueling station and couldn't even refuel. So that's fun. Did anyone else get a Pong feeling with this game?
A little bit.
A little bit.
To me, the first thing I thought of after playing this game was, this is like a glorified Pong. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
No. Like I said, the gameplay was it was good. The story, I felt like was kind of there.
It was tacked on. Let's face it. The story for this game was just tacked on. It just kind of gives you a reason to go through the 30 levels solving puzzles.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe I thought the graphics were. I understand this is an NES game, but I thought the graphics were kind of doo doo. Yeah, they weren't I felt like I'm not expecting over the top graphics, but I felt like this was kind of not it as far as graphics wise, and no really good soundtrack either to this game.
Now, granted, I didn't have 3D glasses, so I can't really say this for certainty, but I feel like there wasn't really much opportunity to get a lot of 3D effects in this game, though. For a game that has Orb 3D in the title and allegedly came with 3D glasses, like watching the game as I'm playing it, I'm like, how can this really be 3D? Does it really like pop out at you? I'm really curious.
Yeah, not having 3D grass is kind of I don't want to say ruins it, but you don't get the full experience.
Oh, you guys. Do any of you ever watch infomercials? Or maybe you don't go out of your way to watch them, but have you seen the late night infomercials?
Are we getting an analogy?
Oh, yeah.
I think we are.
Sweet.
I think we are.
I am here for it.
Yes. I've seen many infomercials on Grave Shift when I used to work security. So yeah.
There we are.
That's my night.
Infomercials are notorious for this setup in which they show a seemingly average person doing seemingly average things. For example, straining pasta water into the sink. But instead of being able to do that like a normal person, somehow the colander falls off into the sink and hits them in the head, and the pasta flies all over the room and sticks to the walls, and the pot flies out of the screen. And you say, how is it possible that anybody could be so bumbling with such a simple activity? And I learned when I played this game. Because I just couldn't do it. I don't know what it was. It was devastating. I had to give up. I could not get the hang of it. I could not figure anything out. And forget about the dubious plot line. I just couldn't do it, guys. I'm so sorry I let you down. But it's so bizarre to me. I couldn't make it work. And as far as the music goes, I had to turn the sound off. It's like if Basement Jacks recorded something, but all their instruments were out of tune, and then it was converted to a MIDI file. I mean, it was absolutely horrific.
Oh, so good. But true.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. So how far did you guys get into this game?
I didn't even get past level 1, bro. Why would you?
We know how Sammy feels about it. I just want to bring this up because I want to see how far you guys got, because I have a little bit of a story.
Yeah, you're gonna brag and tell us how much better you are, and he's already feeling bad about himself.
I don't know if I'd really say better. It just means I have more time in my hands to waste.
Yeah, Wayne, tell your story.
Do you really want to admit that out loud to everybody?
Yes, I mean it's pretty common knowledge. So, anywho, so I actually got to level 12 because I was kind of enjoying the game. I was enjoying solving the puzzles. I'm typically not much of a puzzle fan, but some of the puzzles in this game I kind of enjoyed. I will say the first level was probably a little bit tougher than a lot of the others. Some of the other ones, all you have to do is like I think the second level you go bowling, and you literally have to knock down all the pins within 2 hits, which is actually kind of easy. But I thought that was kind of cool.
That's normal everyday 10-pin bowling.
It is, but now you're using a rotating or a going back and forth orb that you have to time in a weird manner. There was a level where
there are no wizards in regular bowling, guys.
I mean, maybe. I guess if you keep throwing 300s, you're a wizard. Pins just magically fall. But there's a level where there's like dice falling, and it starts from 6 and then goes to 5, 4, 3, and all you have to do is keep hitting the numbers so you can count down from like 34 or something down to 0. That was kind of cool, but the timing for that sucked. There was a couple cool levels, but then I got to level 12. Level 12 features a puzzle that really grinds my gears. It's a puzzle that in any other game I would have stopped there, and in this game I stopped here as well. Jerry, you might know where I'm going with this.
Am I supposed to say something?
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about? I've said my dislike for this type of puzzle many, many times. Okay, you don't know.
You do recall that I've said this before to you, that a lot of times when you talk to me, it's Charlie Brown syndrome, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, level 12 is a slider puzzle. I despise slider puzzles from the bottom of my heart. As soon as I started that level, I think I recorded maybe like, I don't know, a minute of it just to get footage for this video / podcast. And then I shut the game down immediately. And I said, nope. I absolutely hate slider puzzles. So the fact that I was actually kind of enjoying myself with this game and then got basically stonewalled by a slider puzzle in level 12, screw that. I'm done. I'm not playing it.
Interesting.
I absolutely hate slider puzzles.
You're
Like,
so
that is-
angry.
I despise. I just don't like them.
Mm.
I ran to a boss randomly after leaving a refueling station. I had no idea what to do there. But yeah, I ran into a boss. I'm like, wait, what? I had no idea what to do, so I'm pretty sure I didn't defeat it. I had to continue again. But again, thankfully there are infinite continues. You guys have any other comments in Orb 3D, or shall we move on?
Let's rank it.
Let's rank it.
This one's a little tricky.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one was tricky for me too, because I did actually enjoy the game.
Yeah, I did.
Not the best game out there,
I did
but
too.
I enjoyed for what it attempted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So for the most part, for me personally, I was looking at a lot of the black box games to see where I could compare with some of those puzzle games. All right, you know what? Fine. As you guys are looking, I'll throw my 2 cents out there. I was thinking between Balloon Fight and Wrecking Crew.
Balloon fight.
I was actually thinking about
Wrecking Crew.
putting it between pro wrestling and battle tank.
Okay.
Fight and Wrecking Crew. You said pro wrestling and battle tank.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with that.
because I liked it. I mean, I didn't get far into the game or anything, but what I played of it, I mean, I liked it, but I don't like it more than pro wrestling. So
I mean, I'd be on board with that because I would definitely play Orb 3D over Battle Tank because I suck at Battle Tank. Sammy, your thoughts?
May I recuse myself from
Yeah,
this
that's
ranking?
100% fine.
Yeah, I don't know that I can contribute properly because I'm inept.
oh my, that's a little harsh, man. Come on.
It is hard.
Well, listen,
but, you know what?
I don't like hang my entire value as a human being on this game, but when it comes to this game, I'm useless.
No, that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with like playing a game, but like, you know, I just can't accurately rank this because I just feel like I can't contribute enough. I'm sure we'll get into those games further on down the road as well. So no, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I feel like
I don't think any less of you, Sammy.
I feel like my criteria going forward is if I don't run over a landmine in the game like I did in Battle Tank, the game's gonna go above Battle Tank because screw
That's
those
fair.
mines, man.
At the same time, like I look at it like now that we have D&D Heroes of the Lance, which was a terrible game, we now have a baseline for bad games. So that's the way I look at that too. It's like, all right, if it's a bad game, is it better or worse than Heroes of the Lance? And now we have Conan to add to that too. Orb 3D, number 16 between pro wrestling and battle tank. So with that said, we come to the final game of the night, which happens to be a game in one of my absolute all-time favorite series, Mega Man 3, released in November of 1990, developed by Capcom and published by Nintendo. Sammy, I'm going to have you start on this one, because I feel like we're not letting you talk enough, other than that fantastic infomercial analogy.
I enjoy listening to all of you talk about it. I like these kinds of games because the concept is familiar to me and I don't have to think too hard about what to do, and so I really appreciate that. So for whatever that's worth, it kind of gives it instant brownie points for me. I only spent time playing against one opponent. I don't know if that was typical for you guys too, but I picked Magnet Man just because I thought it sounded fun. And so that's whom I chose as my adversary. And I actually had a certain amount of fun. I think the controls were very intuitive and easy to use, right, just super simple, right, left, right, jump, climb down, shoot. Easy. I didn't make it super duper far. I only made it down into the turbine room at the furthest, but I had a lot of fun replaying it and trying to figure out how to get better at it. So, I'll give it credit for that. It was enjoyable.
And the soundtrack of like any Mega Man game is amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
especially compared to the other 2 games that we played this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Mega Man soundtracks in general are usually
Yeah,
You
you typically
really
can't beat them.
can't find anything that really beats them in a lot of cases in this era. Yeah, the Shadow Man level, the lights going out. Come on, man. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Like I got picked up really quickly on the fact that like as I was walking, I'm like memorizing different variances in the terrain, shall we say, because at any given point the screen was going to go black, and I'm pretty sure you have to move forward for them to come, for the quote unquote lights to come back on. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know.
If you wait long enough, the things on the top of the screen that turn the lights off will depart the screen, and then the lights will come back on.
Well, I
Or you
don't
can
have
destroy
the
that enemy.
yeah, I don't have the patience for that, so I just kept walking. Like I would just look ahead enough to memorize just because it usually meant like it wouldn't stay long, so I was like, okay, I know it's coming, and if there's an enemy, whatever, and then I would just fight the enemy. But I did not do well in this game at all. I did play through 6 of the levels just to try to experience as much as I could on it, but this is definitely not my favorite Mega Man. I will say that.
No, I had fun with this, but I don't think this beats Mega Man 2 for me.
Same.
So I owned
I'll just
all
come
the
out and
Mega
say
Man
it.
games.
Like, don't get me
on
wrong, I
N64.
love the game, but Mega Man 3 I don't know what it was. Maybe because I have fond memories of Mega Man 2. While fun, I just can't put it above Mega Man 2. But
Wayne.
that's just me.
That's fair. All right, can I go on my rant now?
Oh,
Yes, you can.
yeah.
Okay.
I
So
guess-
as we know, I'm a Mega Man fan. Huge Mega Man fan.
That's debatable.
Is it though? I moved my Mega Man pop figurine into my desk right in front of me just because of this episode. So,
Oh.
Nerd.
damn right. You know what? I'll stand up and say nerd myself. Anyway, this, like you guys said, this is not my favorite Mega Man game. In fact, I might even rate this either my least favorite or second least favorite. I'm not saying that's a bad game. It's just not my favorite. I will say that this game is possibly the most difficult of the original 6 on the NES. Because after you defeat the first 8 boss creatures, you have to replay 4 of the stages. And in each of those stages, you have to fight 2 of the Mega Man 2 bosses. And they're much more difficult nowadays because it seems like they do more damage, and obviously you don't have the same weapons to battle with, so it's not like you have the metal blade to take down the enemies. So you have to figure out brand new weaknesses. If they even work that well. And they take a lot more damage. So there's that. There are parts in the game, especially in Wily's Fortress, where you absolutely need the rush jet, which is basically the little hoverboard thing. If you run out of energy, you're literally dead in the water. You can't do anything. So you better hope there's an enemy that will drop energy pellets for you to recharge it, or you're going to have to jump down a cliff. Or in the absolute worst case scenario, you will essentially soft lock the game and have to reset because there's no way out of the room. It's a critical flaw for this game. Thankfully, I never ran into that. And yes, I did finish this game as I usually do when I set out to play it. It took me like a good 2 hours to get through it. And I do enjoy the game, but this is one of the few where I actually have to rely on the energy tanks, the E-tanks, because otherwise there are parts of this game that I just cannot complete. Also, Top Man has probably the most useless weapon I've ever seen in a Mega Man game. It drains quickly. All you do is you jump up and you spin around. The only time that's really useful is against the final boss. You can one-hit kill him with that. Other than that, absolutely useless. But yeah, I really do enjoy this game. I really do. It's just not my favorite. But it is also the first Mega Man game with the slide. So that's something that we saw in future outings. I also thought the music, although good, wasn't as good as Mega Man 2. Like Mega Man 2 is just iconic. I mean,
It really is.
Yeah,
I
you
always love
can't.
Yeah.
Quick Man stage, Wily stage. They're classic themes. I'm not saying the music is bad, but one of the things I read, I think on Moby Games or Wikipedia or something, apparently the person who did a lot of the music, she only did 2 of the stages before she went out on maternity leave. So her husband came in and filled in for the rest of the music. So maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. Again,
Oh,
I'm not
maybe.
saying it's bad, but it just doesn't hit the same way, you know. Any other thoughts on Mega Man 3? I think we pretty much hit most of it. Again, how you got Dan, how far did you get? I know Sammy said he only made it through like one of the stages. Jerry said 6.
I think I got to 4.
Okay. I struggled through this one. I'm still on the fence of whether I'd say this or the original are tougher. I think I might say 3 is tougher.
That's fair.
At least with one you have the pause trick. That you don't have this here.
That is fair.
Let's rank this bad boy. I'm curious to see where you guys are going to put this. I'm going to throw this out there. I would not put this above Mario 1 for the simple reason that Mario 2 is still in the mix. Or I'm sorry, Mega Man 2 is still in the mix. So the way I had to look at this personally, I looked at this as, yes, this is Mega Man 3. I love Mega Man, but there are 5 other Mega Man games on the system. And I could think of at least 4 of them that are better. So, with that said, where would you guys put it?
Would I be crazy to say top 10 at number 10?
Okay. Between Slalom and Popeye?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say between Popeye and Kid Nicky.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I would also put it between Popeye and Kid Nicky.
I'm actually fine with that. I'm a couple notches higher. I would put it between MC Kids and Duck Hunt. Simply because I love MC Kids. I think MC Kids is better than this iteration of Mega Man. But again, I might be a little biased because I am a huge fan of the series. I am not opposed to between Popeye and Kid Nicky. So
No, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so that's where we'll put it. Mega Man 3, number 11, which is good. I'm not saying, I wish it was higher, but it's still pretty high on the list, so I'm not against that. So that's the list. I'd say we did pretty good at figuring out where these games were ranked this month, or this week. There wasn't as much fighting. Like last time, we had a little bit of trouble, but this time we were all pretty much on the same page every time.
Yeah, we didn't have somebody out here trying to throw in Super Mario Brothers twice.
I couldn't do it with the games that we had this month. I keep saying this month with this episode.
Hopefully we get some good games for the next one.
Well,
that's kind of up to you.
Yeah,
it's true.
Completely up to you. No pressure. I'm going to need 3 numbers between 1 and 649.
604. All right. Let's do 79. Let's do 235. And let's do 423.
All right. So the games that you chose, Jerry is not going to like the first one.
Oh, great.
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Hillsfar.
Oh, come on, man.
So from what I hear, it's supposed to be better. I've never played this one, so I don't know. Second is Mystery Quest, a game I used to rent all the time, and I do have a copy of it now. And third, Mylon's Secret Castle.
What?
What is this game?
Wait, what?
Mylon's Secret Castle.
Mylon's? The hell?
Yeah.
Mylon's Secret Castle.
I've played maybe 5 minutes of it and got lost. So.
Oh, this is fantastic. You know my sense of direction. If you got lost, I'm screwed.
It's another one of those cryptic NES games where you pretty much need Nintendo Power in order
Fantastic.
to do them. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, that said, thank you, gentlemen, as always, for your contributions today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we have a very interesting mix of games coming up. Any parting words?
Yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, what he said.
That's your job, dude.
Usually, well, he beat me to it. All right.
Everybody beats you to it every week.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's not correct.
Okay, sorry. Maybe one week you did it.
Yeah, when Dan's not here, I do it.
Yeah. Conan sucked. Pass it on.
Yeah, that is a perfect way to end this podcast.
Yeah, Conan
sucked. And screw sliding puzzles.
I agree.
Well said.
Well, again, thank you, gentlemen. Until next time, happy fragging.
Goodbye.
Ciao.